Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the fifth part of this course. Here we're going to be working more on putting in the details when it comes to sculpting in ZBrush, okay? And how we do that. We'll be painting the grail a little bit as well, maybe, adding some color. So let's continue, alright? We were making these lines here, and now it's just kind of a question of moving on and doing the same. But remember that with alt held, we won't be adding anymore, we'll be taking away. So yeah, why not add some details in here? Like we could pull this down here. We have our lazy mouse on, remember that I activated it. We can do that through stroke, lazy mouse, and here in radio, we could make it high. And this way it's quite controllable. This is especially useful if you're not working with a graphics tablet, see? Okay, we have to bring it up here. Alright, so now as I've said, it's just kind of a question of, well, you can go look at different grails or cups on Google, spend the afternoon, take a day off. Cups that exist, cups that don't, go to IKEA. I don't know, creative is something different than everybody. Creativity. So, and that's what this is about. I'm not really looking at anything because I think it's good to just go for it. No bars held. I'm going to do whatever I can think of. But some of you might want to look at references. And in this part, instead of doing like this, we can do it with alphas, okay? And that's going to look good too. And there we go. That's it. You guys just have to do whatever you want, okay? This is your work. Alright, as you can see, I can add a lot of details if I want to. Like here. What else? Nespresso. We could add in some more balls as well. As you can see, I've done these in one way and these ones in another one. How? Well, with control, we add in a circle. And when we're working in symmetry, we can make the symmetry. And with the spacebar, we can move it. To here, for example. Alright, so now control, and we can invert this and move it, okay? As you can see, there are different ways of doing this. If, for example, I don't know, it can look good, maybe like this. But this is what we're doing in this course, okay? We're just learning different modeling techniques because, everybody does things differently, okay? This is free for everybody to do. However you want. Well, free as long as you have 2-pad premium, guys. Alright, now we're going to use our gem brush. Okay, so remember to bring this down. Okay. Because if we don't, we can't really do these things. So the thing is, this part of the cup is sort of like moved a bit. Alright, and that's why this is why this is happening. It's okay. We'll be okay. Alright, now I can kind of modify this, no problem. We don't have to make everything perfect. Sometimes we aren't making things symmetrical. Because this is like one of those old-time, like, handmade kind of grails, you know? So don't worry too much about perfection in your art, okay? Sometimes we find beauty in the imperfections. And that's true. It really is true. Alright, great. We have this ready. Alright, so here to keep these shapes, you know, keep them in that shape a little bit. Because what might happen here is that when we go to subdivide, we'll see how it starts to lose a little bit of that shape. We don't want that. Okay, so this happens because, well, these gems would have to be separate, really, from the grail. Because when we subdivide, if we don't have this thing activated, we're going to soften the parts, okay? For example, let's get rid of this, see? And now I'm subdividing, but the flat parts stay the same. So the ideal solution would be to keep the gems out of our cup. But we're not going to get complicated here. Just keep this in mind, okay? Remember that we can do this in the following way. We can duplicate this grail. Alright. I'll get rid of this. And we can duplicate this shape, and now we can put in the gems, okay? Now let's grab this duplicated part. We'll hit delete lower, for example. And now we can insert this gem here. Okay, so now we can grab this. We selected this part that was hidden, and there we go. We have both things perfectly separated. Now I could join them or leave them separated so that this bit here stays like squared when we subdivide. We can do whatever you want to do, and this is your art. Don't worry about it. Alright, let's continue onwards. We're going to be using other brushes like this one. Like this one, let's see. Or maybe... yes. Maybe the clay build-up brush. Now we could put in a lot of details, okay? Let's leave this like this. And here at the end, well, we could also maybe put in some more details that look good. Like this. Okay. As you can see, it all depends on how we work with the brush, okay? We can make really interesting shapes. Check this out. Alright, so we're just going to leave this part here. We've done a lot of the details. Hold on, I'm just going to turn this one off. There we go. And the next part and last part, we're going to be putting in the color and getting our final image. Because I want to show you how to sculpt at the same time as you paint, which is incredible. It's pretty interesting. So, my name is Jared Swift. I'll see you guys then. See you later. Bye.